my name is Nastasia. The first thing that I suggest is to convince your friends to join your study sessions. Just create a chat room on Facebook together, watch films or Netflix shows, discuss books. That would add a healthy dose of competition to your studies, motivate you to do better and not to give up when faced with an obstacle. You wouldn't want to embarrass yourself for it.
Hello, my name is Talia and I'm here today to share a tip on how to learn English. There is no such thing as bad practice. When it comes to language, all practice is great. There are things that we don't think of as traditional studying, such as watching YouTube videos, listening to music, or watching your favorite TV show in English. But there's lots of things that we can learn from non-traditional studying. If you know that you can only open your textbook once or twice a week, don't give up. Try and find other ways to incorporate English into your life. Write your grocery list in English, or even put notes with English words all over your house. The more you can do, the better.
Hello, my name is Leah and here are my tips on learning English. First of all, bring English into your life. Switch all your devices into English. Your mobile phone, your laptop, even your social media accounts. Then start following English-speaking people on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You could follow anyone in any field that you like. Then you might start posting yourself in English and see what happens.
My name is Anna and I'm an English teacher here at ILA. So one piece of advice I can give you to improve or practice your English is to focus on something you are already interested in and have a lot of knowledge about in your native language. You can find information in English on this topic on YouTube, at a bookshop, by joining a club or a chat room online, or even taking a course about it in English. So you will already have some knowledge about this topic, which will make it easier for you to follow along and pick up new vocabulary words while you are enjoying something that you love doing. So this is the main benefit of practicing or learning English in this way, is that you won't get bored of it and you will learn something new about your hobbies or interests. So good luck, and I hope this tip helps you out. Thanks!
My second tip is that you should try to start thinking in English. Translating from your own language into English in your head is not the best way to communicate. It takes a lot of hard work and practice, but if you can begin to think in English, communication will become much more natural. So, how do we do this? For example, when you're walking down the street, practice just running through your thoughts in English. See how far you can go. Try, for example, thinking of the image of an apple and thinking of the word apple in English immediately. At first, this will be very difficult, and it will get easier as time goes on. The most exciting moment will be when you remember a word in English before you remember it in your own language.
Another way of learning English is English through games. Well, this includes some fun activities. You might pretend to be a foreigner, go to the shops or restaurants and talk to people in English. Pretend that you don't understand any Russian. And if you have friends who are supportive or who also want to learn English, for example, your colleagues, you could introduce English hours, where for 1 hour you're supposed to speak English only. And people who speak Russian or any other language other than English will be given penalties.
My third tip is to get a lot of sleep. This may seem obvious, but learning a language and communicating in another language takes a lot of energy. If you have ever traveled to an English-speaking country, you may have noticed that you were more tired at the end of the day than you normally would be. Speaking in another language is a lot of work. It's even more work if we have to switch back and forth between languages. So, if you know that tomorrow you're going to have to do a lot of communication or learning in English, be sure to get a good night's rest. And maybe bring some coffee just in case. Thank you for watching and good luck with your studying. Удачи и приходите в ILA!